Welcome to the Generational Wealth Podcast. Today I'm going to be talking about 10 proven ways to create passive income. If you want to know how to make money in your sleep, then this is the show for you. All I need you to do is smash that like button. I want to give a big shout out to everybody that's booked time to have a free private call on insuring your way to wealth. How rich people build a fortune through insurance. Guys, if you haven't yet done this, make sure that you click the link in the comments below. This is where I give you little known strategies about how wealthy families use insurance to build and protect their fortune. Make sure that you click that link. I'll give you what you need. Okay. If you're just getting on, please make sure that you smash that like button. Make sure that you subscribe, turn on the notification bell. Today, we're going into 10 proven ways to earn passive income because nobody wants to work for the rest of their life. The average millionaire has over 7 different streams of income. So now it's time for us to figure out how we can put our money on autopilot. Before we get started, I want to give a big shout out to my sponsors. Shout out to everybody that supports this channel and keeps it going. You might be wondering, well, who's a sponsor? A sponsor is someone who donates to this channel. If you appreciate the value that I give on these shows, then please do me a favor. Tap the dollar icon directly below, and I will give you a shout out to thank you for keeping this platform going. Enough talking. Let's talk about the 10 proven ways to earn passive income. The first way to earn passive income is through dividend stocks. Dividend stocks are stocks that pay regular dividends to shareholders. Now, guys, I'm sure you've heard all about investing. You've heard about stocks. You've heard about bonds, but a lot of y'all aren't familiar with dividend stocks. When you invest in a dividend stock, you can earn a steady stream of income without actively having to manage an investment. It's as simple as this. You put your money into a company, they give you a dividend that keeps going on a consistent basis. That's dividend stocks. A lot of times when people invest their money, they'll put it into things that they don't get a payout for a long time. Dividend stocks allows you to get passive income on a recurring basis. If you want to create passive income using these dividend stocks, what you got to do is you need to start researching publicly traded companies in industries that you're familiar with. I always recommend companies and industries that you're familiar with so that you feel more comfortable about making an investment. You want to make sure that you get companies that have a history of paying dividends. I don't know how familiar you are with the stock market, so I just want to warn you now. Not every company gives dividends. So don't think, oh, all I got to do is just pick any random stock. Oh, man, I got it. No, you got to make sure that whatever companies that you want offers a recurring dividend. And when you look for dividend stocks, here are a few things that you need to look out for. First, if you want to make passive income, you want to look for stocks that give you a good dividend yield. You want this to be an amount that's reasonable. Typically, blue chip companies offer a dividend yield of 2 to 3%. You also want to make sure that the company that you want to buy shares from has a consistent track record of giving dividends. I know some of you guys, you might be thinking about certain companies already. It might sound good, but you need to check their track record. If they are inconsistent about giving dividends, you might not want to do that because you want to create passive income. You don't want this to be a one-time thing or a one-hit wonder. You want to make sure that you're able to build money consistently. So you want to make sure that you have a reliable source of passive income through these companies that you get the dividends from. Okay. Lastly, you want to think about diversifying. If you're going to buy dividend stocks, make sure that you look into companies in different industries. Guys, I always tell you, you don't want to put all of your eggs in one basket when you're investing in the stock market. Now, this isn't official investing advice, and I'm not coming to you as an investment advisor. This is purely education. Make sure that you diversify your assets because this is going to give you a more stable chance at building passive income. Imagine what could happen if all you did was invest in one company and today the market is doing good, but tomorrow the market sucks. That company can take a hit. And because you only put your money into one account, that means as soon as that company loses money, so do you. Make sure that you diversify by looking into different companies in different industries so that no matter what happens in the market, you have other parts of the markets that are performing well. The second way to earn passive income is through real estate investment trusts. These are known as REITs. REITs allow you to invest in rental properties without having to become a landlord yourself. And I know a lot of you guys are thinking, oh man, the only way that I can make passive income through real estate is if I buy a property and I rent it out. That's not true. Instead, you can get shares of a REIT and you'll receive a portion of the rental income that's generated by the properties that it owns. The REITs will buy the properties and it will give you a dividend. If you want to create passive income, you want to be thinking dividend, getting portions of money back based upon assets that somebody else owns. Let me check these comments real quick. Let me see if you're all engaging with me. Oh, my brother Yasha Allah is on. So good to see you, sir. For those of y'all that are on, please make sure that you leave a comment. Today, we're talking about 10 proven ways to earn passive income. Let's get into it. REITs allow you to invest in rental properties without you owning the property yourself. You can own shares, but you don't have to own the entire thing. And because you own shares, that means you're going to receive a portion from the rental income regularly. This is a great option for people who want to invest in real estate without property management. If you own real estate, that means that you have to deal with all of the upkeep, the tenants. There's a lot of housekeeping that needs to be done. But if you have a REIT, all you're doing is investing money and you're getting a kickback along the way. Now, when you invest in a real estate investment trust, you could do it in a few different ways. Number one, you can purchase a REIT directly through a brokerage firm. You can do this with a traditional brokerage firm or a discount brokerage firm. You can invest in a REIT the same way that you can invest in any other stock. Examples of brokerage firms that I use is Vanguard. Some of you guys have probably used Fidelity. You can use different brokerage firms that will allow you to invest in different real estate investment trusts. And that's a much easier way to make money from real estate without having to buy a lot of properties going into a lot of debt. The second way that you can invest in a REIT is if you get a mutual fund or an ETF for a real estate investment trust. Now, here's where A mutual fund, it has an entire portfolio of diversified companies that focus on real estate investments. This is where you're not just focusing on any one account. When you hear terms like mutual funds, index funds, you're thinking about multiple accounts, multiple shares of something that helps to lower your risk. This is how you can diversify into real estate investing. Once again, you can do this by getting a brokerage account. For all of my generational wealth creators out there, you want to have a brokerage account. That's investing generational wealth 101. You cannot create generational wealth by saving. You cannot create generational wealth by spending all of your money. You have to build generational wealth through investments. And one of the best ways that you can do that is by getting set up with a brokerage account. The third way that you can participate in owning shares of a real estate investment trust, a REIT, is by getting into a real estate investment trust program. So there are some real estate investment companies that actually offer investment programs that allow you to invest in a specific property or an entire portfolio of properties. This can be a good option if you want to be more focused on hands-on real estate investing. So some of you guys, you want to learn more about the market. Having a brokerage account might not sound good for you. So I recommend using companies like fundrise.com. I'm also a shareholder of a real estate collective. So send me a message if you want to learn more. Whole point, you can create passive income by investing in shares of real estate rather than buying properties. The third way that you can create passive income is through peer-to-peer lending. Now, this is not for everybody, but it's one that made the list because with peer-to-peer lending, you can invest in loans that's made by individuals or small businesses, and you're going to earn interest on the investment as the borrower repays the loan. This is a good option for those who don't mind lending and are looking for a low risk way to earn passive income. Some of you guys might want to make passive income and you got some money to play with. Some of you guys want to earn passive income, but you don't have much money to get started. As we go through these 10 proven ways to make money with passive income, it's something for everybody, no matter where you are. I don't want you to try all 10 at once. I'm just throwing stuff out there and seeing what sticks. The fourth way that you can make passive income is if you're investing in a rental property. Now, I know I just told you about the real estate investment trust, but some of you may decide that you actually want to own real estate. So when you own rental properties, you can collect rent from tenants and you can earn passive income every month. Now, this is a great option for those who want to make passive income through long-term investments. This works well if you're interested in property management. See, when you talk about passive income, there's still an active side to it. It really all depends on the kind of passive income strategy that you want to go with. So if you want to get a little bit more involved in the real estate game and not just own shares of somebody else's property, then I would recommend that you own a rental property. You might be asking, why would I want to invest in a rental property when I can own shares of somebody else's with a lot less risk. Here are some of the benefits. Number one, when you own rental property, you have direct control over the asset. You don't have to worry about somebody else managing it in a way that you don't like. When it's a property that you own, you have direct control. I also want you to think about how that can work well for you when it comes to making decisions and it affecting your long-term outcome. See, if you're just getting into an investment market and you have no control over anything that you're putting your money into, then who knows what can happen to your money. But the more control that you have within the investment, the more that you're able to tailor the investment to your specific needs. This ties into the second benefit. When you have control over a real estate investment, you have greater potential for higher returns. Instead of you just owning a few tiny shares of a property, you get a much bigger payback because you own the whole thing. Like with the rental property that I own in North Austin, I'm glad that I own the entire building because that means I get to control the cost of rent. It means that I'm being paid directly 100% of the rental price. I'm not having to split it up. And I can benefit from the appreciation of value. I can benefit from how much this home is going to be worth over time. So these are just some questions that you guys want to ask yourself when you're talking about making passive income. You know, if you're just getting started and you don't have a lot of money and you don't want to take a lot of risk, you might want to get started in a REIT, real estate investment trust. But then after some time, you can say, man, you know what? I'm actually liking how this REIT is going. I actually like the idea of real estate. I think that I'll take some of this money that I'm making from a REIT and I'll just go ahead and buy a property outright. And then you'll be able to make more money. You'll have more control and you'll benefit more from the appreciation and the value of the home that you get. The next benefit that I want you guys to think about is taxes. I tell this to my clients all the time. When you have real estate, you want to think about the tax benefits that it provides, such as the deductions that are going to come on the mortgage interest, the property taxes, and depreciation. Guys, I'm going to let you all in on a little secret. All wealthy people know how to legally reduce their taxes. Not all money is the same. So, have you ever thought, why do so many wealthy people own businesses rather than work at jobs? The reason why so many wealthy people own businesses is because it comes with better tax benefits. Most people don't realize that the most taxed Americans are 9-to-5 employees, where half of all the money that they'll make goes to the IRS. When you own a business, there's so much that you're able to write off with tax benefits. This is the reason why real estate makes so many millionaires. It's an asset that appreciates in value, provides a rental check, and it lowers your tax burden. 50% of all of your money at the job is going to taxes. That's why whenever you look at your paycheck on the 1st and 15th, you'll see Social Security, this much, Medicare, this much. All of these government companies are getting paid but you. So that's something that y'all want to think about. One of the last benefits to owning rental property is it gives you a tangible asset. Now, unlike a REIT, which is a financial security, A rental property is something that you can actually touch. You can walk into it. You can feel it. You own it. I always talk about how I love owning real estate because not only do I benefit from the monthly rental checks and appreciation, if I ever fell on hard times, I have a place to stay. If I want my son to have a place to stay when he gets older, if he falls on hard times, all he has to do is rent out one of the units. This is something that provides you with protection in so many ways, guys. And when we talk about, how to create generational wealth, I want you to understand the generational wealth isn't really just about money. It's about having peace of mind. It's about knowing that you did the right things spiritually to protect your legacy. So I want my family to not only benefit from my investments, I want them to have peace of mind with tangible assets that provides comfort. If you own a real estate investment property, you could have people rent it out for a period of time, and then you can always live in it yourself. I know plenty of wealthy people that buy vacation homes, and they might only go to the vacation home one time a year. Anytime outside of that, they're renting it out on Airbnb, making a lot of money through rental checks. This is something that you want to do. So let me check out some of these questions, some of these super chats. I appreciate the support. Shout out to my brother Yasha Allah. Man, I was thinking about you, King. I've been wondering where you've been. I said, man, this brother, that trucking is really getting them going. My brother Yasha Allah, always a regular, always a major supporter. Thank you, sir. Really appreciate the $20 sponsorship. For those of you guys that are just now joining, today we're talking about 10 proven ways to make passive income. Because a lot of people talk about you can make passive income, but their ways are not proven. I'm giving you guys 10 proven ways to make real estate based upon decades and centuries of building wealth. Whether I'm giving you my own personal experience as a real estate investor, or I'm speaking about how generations of people who came before me made their money. Tons of people have made money in the stock market. One of the things that a lot of people do right now, they retire young and live off of dividend income. I don't know if y'all know about that. Some of you guys might have heard about a movement called FIRE, Financially Independent Retire Early. A lot of people in the FIRE movement take their money from their 9-to-5 jobs, put it into dividend stocks, start to build up passive income until the point where they can retire from their 9-to-5 and they can just live off of the dividend income from month to month. Now, I'm going to give y'all a quick heads up on this game because some of you guys might really be interested in that. Most of the people that I know that are my age that live off of dividend income, they don't have a very extravagant lifestyle. These are guys that might have scaled back, bought a camper, lived, well below their means, but they're able to afford it because they're getting regular income. But you got to think about, do I want my passive income to complement my current income source, or do I want it to replace it altogether? You want to think about that when you set up your passive income strategy. My brother Yasha Allah, once again, thank you for this. I appreciate that. For those of y'all that are just tapping in, if you're getting a lot of value from this podcast, please make sure that y'all donate. Whoever gives the highest donation for this show will be the official sponsor for today's broadcast. Also, want to give a big shout out to my brother, my man, Lyra Texan the Israelite, good brother out here in Austin, Texas with me, a brother in the faith. I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow, Lord's will, my brother. Much to talk about. Ian asks, how would I get started with REITs? I've heard great things about them. Yes, you could get started with REITs either by going through a brokerage account or going on a real estate investment website. So one of the brokerage accounts that I have is with Vanguard. You can invest in a REIT through a brokerage account the same way that you would go on a brokerage and invest in stocks. Just look it up, okay? Investing in REITs using a brokerage account, or you can go through a direct investment company. Like I said before, I personally am a shareholder of a real estate investment collective. So for any of you guys that know me, if you want to reach out to me personally, I can help you out with that. But, there's also popular websites that's out there like fundrise.com. If you go on fundrise.com, it's going to show you different options of properties with different investment strategies, and you can pick whichever one works best for you. Okay. So going back into this topic, what are the 10 proven ways to earn passive income? We've talked about dividend stocks. We've talked about REITs, and we talked about peer-to-peer lending. Okay. I just got done telling you guys about the fourth option, which is rental properties. That's different from owning a REIT, because when you have a REIT, you're just owning shares. Whereas when you own a rental property, you have direct control over a tangible asset. You actually own a property. Now, the fifth proven way to earn passive income. This is another one, guys, that you see me benefit from. You see me do this. A fifth proven way to earn passive income is from online business. Online businesses allow you to make passive income around the clock. Now, let's talk about this. You can make passive income with an online business if you own an e-commerce store, if you own a blog, if you have any kind of business that allows you to make money from advertising, affiliate marketing, or selling digital products. So let's talk about that. How can you earn passive income through advertising? You can earn passive income through advertising because if you have a website or a blog, have you ever gone on somebody's page and you see 1,000 ads that are up there? They're getting paid passive income. Every time you go on one of these blogs and you'll see some kind of ad that is showing something that you like on the side panel, the reason why that's positioned on those web pages is because they're getting paid for everyone that clicks. For everyone that buys, they're getting paid a certain amount. That's passive income. You don't have to be sitting there directly working with customers. You can build a website and you can insert ads on the page, and people will go to it around the clock, 24 hours a day. One of the biggest companies that does this is Google AdSense. Or you might have a direct advertising deal with businesses. I'll give an example. How many times have you watched, different podcasts or shows on YouTube, and they'll say things like, and now we'll have a word from our direct sponsor. Today's sponsor is John Doe's company, and John Doe's company is so great because of blah, blah, blah. You can have a direct advertising deal with a company, and they will pay you to put their brand on your platform. You can do that on a website, you could do it on a blog, you could do it on a podcast. There's so many different ways that you can make passive income through advertising. Now, another way that you can make money passively is through affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is whenever you promote a product or service using somebody else's affiliate program. So, how many times have you ever watched a YouTube video and somebody is giving a review of, a camera equipment or a certain computer? Chances are they're getting an affiliate commission. If you see somebody that's on YouTube and they're breaking down why this camera is so great, and then they got a link in their description of the video to buy it, whenever their viewers buy that camera, they're going to get an affiliate commission. They don't have to be there in the moment to collect. This is a video that they might have recorded one time, and they could be getting paid from that one video for years. These are things that I've experienced. So I just want you guys to think about this, guys. There might be something that you really enjoy, or you have like a lot of knowledge of. It might be a certain product. It might be a certain company. If you are a part of somebody's affiliate program, all you have to do is give your honest review or referral of their product. And every time that somebody, clicks the affiliate link that you give to them based upon your referral, you're making money. Again, you can do this on a blog. You can do this on a website. You don't even need a website. You could post it on social media. It's very easy. Another way that you could make money with passive income is by selling digital products. Okay. Now, I know that there's a lot of people that talk about this. You can make passive income by selling digital products like an ebook, a course, or any other kind of product through your online business. You might be seeing how, there's certain guys that might have an ebook on fitness, how to get in shape. That's a digital product. People are making passive income. It's something that you can put together one time. And I'm telling you guys, this process is getting so much easier to do. With all this technology that's out there, it's so easy now to be able to deliver content and then be able to share it with your audience in a way that they will consume. And so this is something that's really designed to help you make money when you sleep, guys. Okay. And I just want to walk you through how I do this personally. So a lot of you guys have checked out my channel on the Generational Wealth Podcast. And some of you guys are familiar with my online programs. I've got programs that I've created from 2017 that have made money year after year. I took the time to really focus on building something of high quality up front. And it's something that people love for years on end. And the reason why this is so profitable is because everybody has a skill. You might be having a skill that you're taking for granted that somebody else wants to know a lot about. So one of the things that I'm very skilled at is time management. This is how I'm able to be a church pastor, a real estate investor, owning my own online business. I can get a lot of things done. And for somebody that wants to go down a path of entrepreneurship or just being more productive, they might want to get their foot in the game, but they don't know how to manage their time and they need a lot of help. And so, one of the best ways that I can help them is by offering a digital product. And there's a few important reasons why you do this, guys. Okay. Let me take a minute to really unpack this. I know that there is a wide audience of people on the internet that talk about online products, some good, some bad. This is no different than any other industry. You have some restaurants that are good. You want to go to it around the clock. You have some restaurants that are bad. You'll never go to them again. That's how business works. But the reason why good entrepreneurs create digital products is because it allows you to deliver value to multiple people at one time. Do you know how many times people will come up to me and ask me a question about a video I've recorded 3 years ago? Do you know how many times people will want my personal time about something that I've already walked people through 5+ years ago? If I sit down one by one with everybody individually, I'll never have time for my family. And so when you want to think about doing business that makes sense, you want to think about, how can I offer value to as many people as possible? How can I create value in a way that is beneficial to the person that I'm trying to help? A lot of times, if I get on the phone with somebody, the information doesn't always stick. But if I have a digital product, this is something that they can go back to time and time again. So I just want you guys to think about that. You might have never even considered the value of a digital product, but I'll tell you this. There's a lot of people that would dog digital products and say, oh man, why do you need that? Everything is online for free. And you know the reason why so many people are still broke? Because there's all this information online for free. So many studies show when everything in life is offered to you for free, you don't pay attention. Think about the importance of whenever people go to college. When I went to college, I had to study the information because there was so much that I had to pay in the cost of tuition. But if this is just for free, anybody can get in, there's no process, I'm not going to value the content. Look at my channel. Look at how many things that are on this channel right now. Stuff about investing in real estate, how to invest in stocks, how to start your own business from scratch. All of the information is on here for free. But you know what people will tell me? If they find out that I've made over $1 million in real estate, they'll be like, oh, well, why don't you show us how to do it? I've already shown you. It's on this channel. You just have to do it. But most people don't take advantage of it because it's all for free. See, this is where I need my brother Yasha Allah chiming in. Sometimes you have to pay attention. And whenever I'm buying a digital product, I'm not focusing on the cost. I'm focusing on the value. If there's something that somebody is offering for $100, but I can make $10,000 from the skill, I don't care that it costs me $100 because I know that I'm going to make that back 100 times over. This is something that you got to think about when it comes to creating passive income. This is not just something where, oh man, these online gurus are just putting stuff out and they're just getting over on people. No. If you're doing good business and you offer real high quality content, I promise you, for every good entrepreneur, the people that get into these programs and actually apply the things that they learn, they get 10 times the amount of value than what they paid. That's if they're working with somebody legit. And so that's just one of the things that's possible if you own an online business. Another thing that you can offer is a physical product. Some of you guys might be really good with your hands. And so you want to think about this also. If you can create handmade goods or clothing, even decor, you want to house those products on an online website. I know a lot of women that will go on Etsy and just put all of their little handmade decor, and they'll make a lot of money from doing it. Another way that you can make passive income by having an online business is through membership sites. I'm sure you guys have probably seen this. If you have a membership site that provides exclusive content, I'm sure that you probably watch some content creator that has a Patreon. If you get on somebody's Patreon, then they're offering you exclusive content at a low price. They weren't physically there whenever you signed up for the Patreon, but it provided them with an opportunity to make passive income. When you think about Netflix, for example, Netflix is a membership site. When you get your Netflix membership, they're receiving passive income. So you just got to think about which one of these options works best for you. Now, again, this is for people that are serious about creating generational wealth. This is not a get rich quick scheme. I'm going to tell you right now, if you decide to earn passive income through running an online business, this typically will require a lot of time and effort up front. You're not just going to click one button and then have people from all over the world trying to pay you money. It doesn't work that way. If you're going to make money online, you need to first build an audience, create high quality content that delivers value, and then you'll have a brand that people trust. And once you have those things in place, you can make passive income for years to come. I'm sure you've seen a lot of guys who've done videos years ago, and there's still thousands of people watching it. I'm sure you've heard of guys that might have online books, online courses. They might have created the content years ago, but because it's high quality content, people will buy from year to year. You got to build your business from the ground up. It doesn't happen overnight, but that's the way to do it if you want to earn passive income through an online business. Now, the sixth way that you can earn passive income is through bond investments. Bond investments allow you to earn regular interest payments from the bond issuer. I don't know how many of you guys watched the show that I did last Friday. If you haven't seen that, you need to check it out. This is where I talked about how the Federal Reserve is raising interest rates. In that show last Friday, I told you guys about how you could get a Series I bond right now at 6.89% interest. And so this is a really great time to capitalize on the market because these government bonds are coming out with higher interest. And because it's government money, it's already protected. I recommend bond investments for people that are trying to earn passive income while taking fairly low risk. So if you're starting an online business, there's really no promise that you're going to make any money at all. It's possible, And it's going to be a large reflection of how much time and effort that you put in over time. But when you look into something like investing in a bond, they've already got the interest rate. You just got to put in the money. It's the government giving you a promise that you're going to get this money back. It's a very easy transactional way for you to be able to make some passive income over time. The seventh way that I recommend for earning passive income, this is one of the seventh proven ways to do this, is index funds and ETFs. Now, you've always heard me talk about the beauty of index funds on this channel. I strongly believe it is a major key to creating generational wealth. The reason why index funds are so powerful is because it allows you to have a lot of mini shares in top companies for a relatively low price. Now, you can earn passive income from the dividends of these index funds and ETFs because the dividends is giving you interest from the underlying investments. One of the things that I say about this is it's a very great option for people that are looking for a simple and low cost way to invest in the stock market. If you're buying individual stocks, it's going to be a lot more expensive than if you had smaller shares of many stocks in an index fund. So I just want you to think about this. If you try to go out and buy a share of Tesla, Apple, Microsoft, it's going to cost you a lot of money, but it will cost you a lot less if you went through an index fund like the S&P 500, which is a mixture. It's an index of the top 500 companies that does businesses on Wall Street. So instead of you actually buying shares of 500 different companies, which would be super expensive, you probably wouldn't be watching this video on how to make passive income if you had enough money to buy individual shares of the top 500 companies one by one. You can do that through an index fund. It's going to take bite-sized portions of all of these top companies, and it's going to put it into one fund that's passively managed. The reason why index funds are so powerful is because it's not an actively managed account, which means you don't have to worry about always trying to manage the money, nor are you paying somebody else to do it like you would in a mutual fund. You're not paying any kind of investment advisors to be able to manage your money for you. And because the index fund is tracking the top 500 companies, that's an example of the S&P 500 index. That's just one of the different kinds of index funds. Because you're getting yourself into a solid index fund, you now have access to consistent returns and you're putting in money at a lower cost. You want to try to get in for as low as possible with the intent to make more money. You can make passive income through index funds. It's fairly easy to get started. This is for somebody that doesn't have a lot of experience with investing. If you study the investment advice of Warren Buffett, he'll tell you most Americans should look to index funds, because if you don't know a lot about the stock market and you don't have a ton of money to burn, index funds have historically outperformed investors who put money into individual stocks. Just giving y'all some game. And it also comes with long-term growth potential. These companies can grow over time. The stock market typically grows over time. And so not only are you getting passive income in the short term, it's actually giving you a lot of growth potential over the long run. The next thing that I want to talk about is royalty income. Royalty income is the eighth way that you can earn passive income. All of these things are proven, y'all. These seven that I've given you so far, all of these are proven. People have made money from it. I've made money from it. Other people have made money from it. All of these are time tested and true. Royalty income allows you to make money from investing in intellectual property. Some examples of royalties include music royalties. So if you are a musician or a songwriter, you can earn a royalty from the sale of your music. Y'all know that there's different streaming platforms out there like Spotify, Apple Music. You can have a book royalty. Here's an example right here of passive income. My book right here, the How to Succeed Survival Guide. People buy this book at any given time, and this is a form of creating passive income. You can have patent royalties. So you might have thought of a great innovation, a great invention, and you're able to earn royalty income from the licensing of your patented idea or product. You can also make money through software royalties. Some of you guys might be looking into getting into tech. You want to create your own smartphone app. You can get a royalty from the apps that you create. Some of you guys out there are gamers. You can make money through games. All of these are different things that you guys can do right now. Okay. This is not something that you need a lot of money to get started with. All you need to do is just take the time and invest in yourself, invest in learning these skills, and invest in taking your natural strengths, and it'll show you how you can create these things over time. Ian asked one question. What is discussed during the financial future session? Yes. So when I have my free 1 hour consultation, Ian, that's when I'm sharing with the generational wealth audience how wealthy people use insurance to create wealth. For those of you guys who have yet to meet with me on that, please make sure that you click the link that's in the comments below. Some of you guys may actually want to meet with me personally for a private business consultation. You might actually want to take me up on one of these 10 proven ways of creating passive income, and you're looking for some help to get started. And what I'll do is I'll drop a link for you guys so that you can work with me for a private consultation. Okay. My free 1 hour session, that's already for the insurance. And I know that I've got you situated on that end. But for any of you guys that want to meet with me personally for a business consultation, I'll give you guys a link to that. So that way you can book some time on my calendar. I'm putting the link here right now. Okay. Y'all, let me now get into these last couple ways to earn passive income. If you've yet to do so, please make sure that you smash that like button. Please make sure that you donate. If you've got a lot of value from this channel and this show, then make sure that you tap the dollar icon directly below. Whoever gives the top donation will be the official sponsor for today's podcast. And even if you're watching this show at a different time, you can still donate. All you got to do is Cash App $Gen Wealth Podcast, or you can click the thanks button directly under this video, and you can give a super thanks after the podcast is over. Now, we talked about royalty income, right? And I want you guys to know there's a lot of different ways that you can make royalties. You don't have to be a game developer. You don't have to be a song developer, software developer. You could be an actor. You could be a screenwriter. You know, there's so many people that have made royalties through the media that they've produced. You can be an artistic person. You could be a graphic designer and you can earn royalties from the sale of their work. A lot of you guys are familiar with things like stock photos and stock videos. People are getting paid off of that. So these are just a few examples of how people could earn royalty income. And so I want you guys to think about what are some opportunities that you could look into to create content or products that will allow you to generate long-term passive income. Okay, this could give you a steady stream of royalty income. All of this is passive, but you want to keep in mind it's going to take some work. People don't want to buy a piece of crap. If you're going to have something of substance, make sure that you deliver value. The ninth way that you can earn passive income is through annuities. When you purchase an annuity, that gives you a guaranteed stream of passive income for a specific period of time. Now, this is a great option for people who are looking into retirement. This will give you passive income beyond things like, relying on Social Security or whatever else, that you have in mind. An annuity is a financial product that gives you a stream of payments in exchange for a lump sum of money. So you can put in an immediate annuity where you provide a lump sum and then you start getting an instant passive income check after that. Or you can have a deferred annuity where you can accumulate funds over time before you start receiving payments. There's different ways that you could set this up, but I'm just telling y'all right now, for those of you that are worrying about, how am I ever going to be able to retire from my job? You really need to look into annuities because there are annuities that provide guaranteed lifetime income. If you're worried about if you're going to outlive your retirement money, this financial product is legally designed to make sure that you get a passive income check every month as long as you live. If you want to know more about annuities, then hop on that free call with me and then I'll take care of you. Okay. Because that's one of the things that we talk about on insuring your way to wealth. Some of you guys have that call with me just to talk about insurance. But if you already have insurance and you want to know how you can qualify for an annuity, feel free to book that time and we can talk about it then. Okay. The next thing, the 10th proven way to earn passive income is by owning a machine. By you owning an ATM, you can earn passive income from the transaction fees that users pay to withdraw cash from the ATM. Now, what you have to do in this business is put the ATM in a high traffic location, whether it's a mall or some kind of busy street. Then you just need to maintain the ATM and make sure that there's enough cash in there for people to pull out. The next way that you can own a machine is you can own a vending machine. All of us bought something from a vending machine at some point, guys. Candy, chips, soda, water. By you owning a vending machine, you can earn passive income from the sales of the dispensed item. You choose the products that you want to put into the vending machine. You fill up the inventory and make sure that you put the vending machine in a high traffic location. So in both of those cases, you can earn passive income and it's going to make you money on a continuous basis. And you don't have to do it with a lot of active management. But just keep in mind, guys, if you own an ATM or a vending machine, it does require a little maintenance. You want to make sure that nobody's tried to jack your ATM, especially if you got it in the hood. You want to make sure nobody's tried to break into it. You just want to make sure that you're protecting your investment. Okay, guys? So those are the 10 proven ways that you can create passive income. So whether you're looking for a low risk investment or you want to have a more hands-on approach, there's something for everybody on this list. So guys, thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, please make sure that you give it a thumbs up. Be sure that you subscribe to my channel for more high quality content. And I want to give a big shout out to Gabar for requesting me to do this show. I want you guys to leave me a comment and let me know if you have any questions or suggestions for a future topic that you want me to touch on. This channel is all about creating generational wealth, and I'm down to talking about anything in support of helping you and your family get to the next level. Guys, have a great weekend. We'll be back on next Monday, Lord's willing. Until next time, keep pushing. Thank you so much for all the donations. Big shout out to Brother Yasha Allah, the official sponsor for today's podcast, as well as my brother Lyra Texan, the Israelite, for the $5 sponsorship. If you guys haven't done so already, please make sure that you tap that dollar icon directly below to show your sponsorship. And until next time, guys, keep pushing.